While there's nothing like going to the cinemas, the world ends all around us. Batman is like the luckiest property ever. Not only are his films always financially successful, but he keeps attracting respected auteurs who imprint a level of sophistication and beauty to their interpretations, with the heights being Axel Braun's porn parody. And much to no one's surprise, Monkey Man himself, Matt Reeves, brings forth the same caliber. Everything about the Batman just fits. Pattinson's voice is perfect. It's like an angry whisper, which in itself tells a story of his pain more than any growl or a synthesizer. The cinematography and direction is beautiful, with almost every shot being artful because it's more stylized in the Nolan Trilogy, but doesn't enter the mythical fantasy of Snyder's photography. The Batman totally aesthetically benefits from being a film released in such close proximity with them. But is it perfect? Especially in comparison to Conan O'Brien's Dark Knight Rising film.
Hello, Batman!
As much as I enjoyed the film, I don't think the 3 hours runtime was entirely warranted, because A, I need to pee every 20 minutes, and B, so much of it seems to be in slow motion, and characters speak like this, which on one hand creates a great immersive mood, but on the other it's not the most efficient way in terms of telling the story. I'll probably be more positive about these things on a rewatch, because I'll probably be at the safety of my own home where I can pause and pee. This story is Batman Telltale meets Batman Long Halloween meets Batman Zero Year, where it's a crime drama involving the dirty history of the Waynes with a young paranoid Batman who hasn't fully realized the full societal impacts of his mission. Hypothetically, I should fucking hate this arc, because for me, the definitive Batman stuff will always be Grant Morrison's, which treated the idea that if Bruce Wayne was real and traveled the world learning martial arts, he would internalize their philosophies, and that would in turn process and resolve his trauma. He'd be a very zen and disciplined man who'd be inhuman in his optimal humanness. Young angry Batman doesn't really jive with me because it doesn't really make much sense if you treat it with that sort of clinical eye, but the film made it work for me because of its raw commitment to it. This Bruce Wayne is not the abstract idea of the optimal human. In fact, that probably can't even exist in this universe. But instead, he's a creepy weirdo who's more Travis Bickle than Jesus. Even more so than the Nolan Trilogy. As much as Christopher Nolan grounded Batman with a deeply functional and realistic lens, Batman himself was still larger than life, who fought ninjas and disappeared when you looked away. The Dark Knight Trilogy adapted the character and his world as a study of symbols wrapped together within hyperreality. Matt Reeves' Batman exists in a far less flattering vision. He has to run away to escape. He looks physically ill from all the late nights, and all he has is a raw belief in his costume, which is so infectiously powerful that other people begin to believe as much as him. This creates a bluntness to its world that feels more cruel and honest, which holds everything together. Both Batman and Gotham are at the precipice of change. Both are trapped by the realistic limits of a world that doesn't match the animal of their source material. But if they're careful with their next step, then perhaps they can reach it. The final note I want to end on is that it's just so nice to watch a film that has good old-fashioned filmmaking, practical effects, and usage of music and imagery to convey meaning as opposed to just exposition. It worships simplicity, and that's just wonderful. It's beautiful.
The immortal Iron Fist, living weapon and protector of the ancient city, is still a thundering dumbass.